Hi, Leo. It's Erin Scott here. We are tapping in to your growth cycle. This is for Leo suns. This is for the specific evolutionary journey for Leo sun. And we're tapping in for the cycle from the Capricorn new moon, January 16th, 2018, for the next month ahead. And you can see here that I'm taking charcoal to paper to see what forms, images, symbols, archetypes, pictures want to come through. And right off the bat, we can see that there was almost like a weighted, anchored extension from the underline under the word Leo, the archetype of Leo, under the E specifically. So the centermost point of Leo has this kind of anchored taproot that is coming down to this spiral formation that came forward for you. Almost like a spiraling inward. From outside to inward. There's some inward investigation that's happening for you perhaps over this cycle. And you can see that very rapidly there was a snail that emerged. So from the form of the spiral, a shell emerged, this temporary home of the snail. And I'm going to read to you here what snail represents symbolically. So, and this is from Spirit Animal Totems online. Snail is letting you know that you need to slow down. What is the big hurry? You have been spending so much time focusing on your goals that you have been missing something that is right in front of you now. Let go for a moment so that you will be able to see it. Alternatively, it is letting you know that any pace is a good pace, and sometimes what seems like forever is just a small moment of time. Release your beliefs of not getting things done on time. Trust your process and simply stay present and chug along. No sense in causing yourself stress. Snail is also letting you know that your time needs to be used wisely. However, you also have to realize that you have time for everything. Divide your priorities and set up a block of time in each day so that there is steady progress in all your projects. The whole process is a simple exercise in time management. Stay in the present and all things will be accomplished. So Leo, you can see here that what emerged from the snail was a path. The snail is on a path, and there is a path way ahead of where it is now. You are moving in the right direction. There is movement and progression that you're naturally doing, and certainly this month ahead that is unfolding for you, that might be, in your perception, too slow. And it might be that you're trying to rush ahead, but you are encased temporarily in this snail embodiment. There is something that requires you to take your time with it. That's what I'm getting from the snail for you. You are on a path. It is of a spiritual nature. And I say that because, number one, the spiral itself is a natural formation. It's toroidal in its form. It's part of nature's natural forms, you know, imbued in living systems. And so you imbue this. The shell of the snail is its natural, let's say, encasing. And you can see in the middle of the shell, of the spiral of that shell, of the snail, there were additional spirals coming out. And I will say that that is the torus. The torus, this toroidal form, again, is natural. And you are moving in and out, within for review, outside of yourself for action that you're taking. This month ahead, you are going, I think, in and out. And what is within, ideas, inspirations, is wanting to emerge out through you. The key for you is to be patient and take your time and understand that you have a long path ahead of you. So for any creative emanations that are inspired within you, that want to come forward, there's more to go. And that's perfect. There's no rush. Now here you can see that there's somewhat of a hand formation coming up and out through the shell, the top of the shell of the snail. And it's almost like this hand is reaching up and out. What this could mean is that there's a need for you to ask for help. There's a need for you to reach out for assistance, for support, for help in whatever projects you need help with. And by the way, for some of you, I do think this is going to have to do with movement and home. That there's some plan of action for your future that is taking place now, where this shell of the snail does also represent a temporary home. And so it could be that for some of you there is a plan to move or make a move where a temporary situation might be needed. And so you can see out of this hand there's these dots that are coming out like emanations or rays from the fingertips. So it's almost like energetically you need to outreach, but with your voice, with your words, you need to outreach. You need to reach out to people as needed for the support that you need. So if some of you out there have been doing it on your own, it might not work so well this month. You might need to actually connect with people and reach out. You can see here there's another hand that's emerged. So there's two hands coming out from the top of the snail. Again, what I get from that is that communicating your need for assistance, for support, to help you move forward on your path, will be needed or is called this month. You can see here at the bottom of the snail, there's this tail section of the body that's coming out from behind, which is certainly talking about survival for me. The tail is almost like the first chakra. So there's some element of survival here. Again, could for some of you have to do with home or temporary home as you make your transitions, your evolutionary transitions for the 2018 cycle. And behind the tail, there's the shadow forming. It's almost like the slime, the residue that's left from the snail as it moves forward. Indeed, you're leaving your signature behind you as you move forward. And this is not a negative thing. This is a good thing. You're leaving your imprint behind. And that has impact. Your imprint that you leave behind has impact on your family, your neighbors, your community, those around you, those in your technology networks, social media networks. You matter and you make an impact. And so it's important to know that you have made an impact and you will make an impact. You're not in any place that is wrong or incorrect at this time. Own the embodiment of this snail. Be slow, patient, love the moment, honor it, and move toward your goal. And all is well.